Hello, my name is Adam Summers, and I am an education student at Stockton University. I'm creating this screencast to show you web tools that can be useful in the classroom. The web tool that I've selected is TimeToast, and we're going to get started and go to timetoast.com. So once you get to timetoast.com, there's a couple different options. I'm going to show you as a new user what you can do. You can either click sign up or create your account. We're going to click create your account, and you are given a few options here: the public, the basic, and the pro. For this demonstration, we're going to use public, but I'll just give you a brief description of what the basic and the pro do. With those two, there's no ads on the page that you're using, and with the basic, I think it would be good for teachers that are creating timelines and sharing them with one another to be used in similar lessons and whatnot, and they can edit each other's timelines. For the pro, it's probably better for teachers and students, like a larger classroom. Obviously, you can see there's 35 users. They can comment on it. They can create. They can work together in groups. It's a little bit easier and for a larger classroom and more beneficial. But for us in this tutorial, we're just going to use the public plan, which does plenty good a job if you're just trying to create a presentation for your students, a timeline presentation. So we're going to choose that plan, and you're going to fill out the necessary information. You're going to create a username, you're going to enter a valid email, a password, a security question, and you're going to agree to the terms, and then select create your account. Since I have this already, I'm going to click sign in and enter my username and password. Now that we're in here, we can create timelines, and this is the main page, the dashboard. Just going to show you real quick a little side note. There's public timelines that as a teacher you can use and view and show your students. There's, as you can see, there's science and technology, business, politics, history. Definitely useful things that can be used for the classroom, different timelines and whatnot. So we're going to go back to the dashboard, and we're going to start creating our own timeline. But first, we cannot use the groups and users tabs because those are only available for the different plans of basic and pro. We have the public plan, so these two tabs aren't available to us. Notifications, that'll tell us if somebody's commented on our timeline that we've created. So let's go ahead and get started. We're in the timelines tab, so we're just going to click add timeline. You're given a couple options here. We're going to do ours on the history of Mercedes-Benz, and we'll set it to public to begin with. And the category that we're going to use is history. As you can see, there's various categories depending on what you're creating this timeline for. I usually have trouble with this trying to upload a photo here. For some reason it doesn't allow me, but it's not a big deal. So we'll give it a go. We'll upload a photo that we want to use to define our timeline. As you can see, it's not going to upload quickly, so we're going to click create timeline. This is the editor view of your timeline. So since we weren't able to upload a picture, what we're going to do is we're going to click edit title and picture in the bottom right. You can choose an image. We're going to choose this picture of the Mercedes emblem. These were previously uploaded. These are pictures that are now on my TimeToast account. The way I got these pictures here was I clicked upload image, and I can select whatever images I'd like from my pictures or documents folders. So that's going to be sufficient. We're going to click update, and now it's there back in the main page. You can't see it right now, but it is there. So to start now making our timeline, I'm going to click add time span. This is going to be basically what we're talking about. We're just going to cover the evolution of Mercedes. And that is going to start, our start date is going to be the 1st of January 1886, and we'll use today's date as the end date for our timeline. The description, you can put anything you'd like. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, so we're just going to go ahead and create the time span. Now, as you can see, it gives us a nice outline of the range that we're going to be covering. And what we're going to do is we're going to begin to add events along this timeline. I'm only going to add 3 events just for the sake of time. So we'll show you. You click Add Event, and the first one is going to be the first automobile. And that is going to be the 1st of January 1886. Just put a brief description of what it is. Carl Benz patents and creates the first automobile. We'll choose an image, and this is a picture of the first automobile. You select that image and you click Done. And now we're going to click Create Event, and it pops up on our timeline right at the beginning in 1886. We're going to add another event. This is going to be first female driver. Okay, that's our brief description. We'll choose an image. This is a picture of Bertha, and we'll upload it to the event. You want to make sure that you set the dates correctly. So we'll set that to the 1st of June in 1886, and we will insert a link to show you where we got this resource from, or this information. So the link text is what's going to show up in your description, so that students can click on it and it'll take them to where you got this resource or to another page, a web page. And what we're going to use is we're going to use Bertha resource. And now we're going to go, I got this from Mercedes-Benz's official website. I'm going to copy the URL at the top of the page. I'm going to come back and I'm going to paste it in to the URL box. You're going to click Create Link, and now it puts the link at the top of the description box. I don't particularly like that. I don't think it looks too clean, so I'd rather have it at the bottom, and I'm just going to copy and paste it down the bottom of the description box. We'll click Update Event, and it appears on our timeline. So we'll add one more event to show you how to put a video link into the timeline. This one will be first crash test program. We'll select the date. And a brief description. And then we'll choose an image. This is a Mercedes being crash tested. And then we will insert a link. For this, since it's going to be a YouTube video, I'm just going to put, for the link text, video. Now I'm going to go to where the YouTube video that I want to use. I already looked this up. And now we're just going to use this YouTube video. I'm going to copy the link, go back to TimeToast. I'm going to put it in the URL box. Click Create Link. And once again, it puts it at the top. I would rather have it at the bottom, so I'm going to backspace it out, and I'm going to put it down the bottom. And click Create Event. Now that the event is created, you can see it moves along the timeline, and say we're just going to stop here and we're going to view the timeline. This is the viewer mode, and in order to change the size of our timeline for presentation purposes, you can select which way you'd like to present it. That's the full screen view. I personally like to switch it from timeline, how it has it currently, to list. And for me, it just is much more visual. You don't have to click on the individual events to enlarge them. They're already enlarged and they have a description right underneath them. And it just seems a little bit easier and more visually appealing for me. So now we can click if we want to. This is the link that we inserted into the description. So it says birth of resource and it's at the end of the description. So I can just click on that. It's going to take us to the Mercedes page and it'll show us where we got the resource. And we'll go back to TimeToast, and I'm just going to show you real quick the same link that we embedded in the other one. We're going to switch it to list again. Now here's the other link for video. Click on it, takes you to the YouTube page, starts playing the video. We're not going to watch the video for time constraints. But that is essentially it. Now once you are done, well, actually if you have any things that you need to re-edit, you can go back to the top of the page and click Edit Timeline. From here, like I said, you can add events, change the pictures, whatever you need to do if you're not happy with your finished product. Since we have it set to public, which is very important, we can now share this link. So you'll go to view this timeline, and you can share this link at the top of the page here, and that will take viewers to your timeline. Or you can go to your dashboard and be able to select whichever timeline you'd like that you've created, and it shows you the timelines that I've created, and you can click on whichever timeline you want and you can share the link as well, and that will allow other people to view your timeline and comment on it if they'd like. So thank you for watching, and I hope you've all learned something about TimeToast and how it can be useful in the classroom. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section of my timeline. And thank you again. I hope you enjoyed.